All right, we can see how quickly we can move and build things when using these class-based views. So let's continue on and add a delete view. So right now we have it so that we can list out the links, we can create a new link, and we can update a link. But what about if we want to remove a link from a profile? We'll go ahead and set that up now. And just like before, we'll also import from Django.views.generic a class delete view for deleting an object, retrieved with self.getObject with a response rendered by a template. And then we'll create another view, and this will be class link delete view, and it will inherit from the delete view class that we imported up above. And so now if we were doing a function-based view to delete an object, we would probably want to take in a ID or primary key of an object. We would want to query the database for that object. We would have to check if it exists, and if it does exist, then we would delete the object and then return some template or forward the user to some URL. And so just like with the other class-based views, this is a common situation, a common sequence of events. So we have this delete view class here that takes all of this and kind of adds it under the hood inside of that class. And then we just have to give it, like before, a couple parameters. And so we have to set the model. And again, we're using this link model. And then we have to tell it the success URL. So this is after an item has been successfully deleted. Where should we send the user? And we'll do reverse lazy again, and again send in the name of the URL we want, which is link list. And by default, this will give us a form to submit to delete the item. It'll be like, are you sure you want to delete this item type of thing? And then it will also expect a template named model confirm delete.html. So this in our case will be link confirm delete.html. So we can go ahead and get those set up right now. So we can next set up the URL. So in our urls.py, we can just duplicate this update because it will be very similar to that. And we can have the path be /link /an integer. That's the primary key of the item we want to delete. And then instead of update, we can have it be delete. And then instead of link update view, we'll have link delete view, which we need to import here from .views, import link delete view. And then we can name that link -delete, like so. And then the template this renders, like I mentioned regarding the form, is a confirm delete template. So when you click on this URL here and go to this view, initially it will say, do you want to delete this item? So we have to go ahead and create that. So under our templates, link plant, new file, link underscore confirm underscore delete.html. And then we're going to want to extend from the base. So link plant /underscore base.html. So we can get that styling and that navigation. And then we'll add a block, and it will be content. And let's make sure that these quotes are correct up there. And then we want to put in here the actual form to confirm to delete the object. So we can first add an H1 and say, are you sure you want to delete this? And we can give it a class, some Tailwind classes, and we could say text 2XL. Then we can add an unordered list and then a list item here, and it gives us access to the item that we're deleting. So we can say link.text, duplicate this and say link.url. So it will show them the actual link text and link URL that the user can delete. And then below that unordered list, we can add a line break, a horizontal rule. We can add a class equals margin Y8 to give it some space on the top. And then here we can add our form. And so action, that's fine. We can add a method. And again, this will be a post method. And inside of the form, we can add our CSRF like usual. So Django knows it is a valid form. And then our input to submit it, a submit button. So we could have input type equals submit, value equals delete, class equals, and then we'll paste in some stylings. Padding X of 5 to give it some padding on the left and right, top and bottom padding of 2. We'll make it rounded. We'll say the background is red 200. The hover cursor will be a pointer. When we hover, we'll make the background red 300. And that should be good. We can save that. And now we can just go back into our link list and make sure that our hrefs are created. So here we have this ahref, this a tag to edit this. And so we can just add URL link update. We can pass in the link.id like so. And link update here needs to be in quotes. So that's to edit it. Down here we have a button to add a new one. So we can wrap this p tag in an a tag so that this button will go to create. And so we can say URL link create, then close off that URL tag. And then what we can also do is add another row or another column in this table. So we'll duplicate this table header here, and we'll call this one delete. And then we'll go down to the table body and duplicate this last table cell here. And we'll change this from edit to delete. And instead of being link/update, this will be link/delete. And we pass in the link ID. And we'll make this text red 600, or maybe we'll turn that down a little bit so it's not so bold, so bright. And so that should be hooked up nicely. So now if we go ahead and make sure the server is running, Python manage.py run server. When we open this up in our browser and click refresh, now we should see a delete button. And if we want to delete this LinkedIn profile, for example, we click delete. It will say, are you sure you want to delete this LinkedIn profile? Here's the URL. We click delete, and then boom, it was deleted. And if we click add new, it takes us to the add new form. We can go back to all of our links. Beautiful. So just like that, we have the functionality to actually delete links. And now the final thing, this is more of like an admin view. This is where you would go to manage your links for your profile. The last view we want to create is an actual view for somebody else who is viewing your profile, your link plant profile, where they can actually see all of your links displayed nicely with the background that you choose and all that stuff. So that's what we're going to set up in the next video.